Hey, what's good, y'all? It's Seawill, and this is the Passive Income Network. On this channel, we talk about creating assets that produce passive income. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe, and leave a comment and say what's good. On this episode, we're having a special AlgoFam chat. So we got Sam from the Algorand community. He tapping in. We're gonna chop it up and have a good time. What's good, Sam? How you doing?
Doing real good. Doing real good.
Yes, sir. Yeah, nice to have you on the channel, and yeah, love to connect. So, what's good? You want to introduce yourself before we start to dive in?
Basically, yeah, Sam Houston. I got into Algorand about 2 years ago. Really trying to get into it because I won't say I got into stocks and stuff like that,
Yep.
doing options and leveraging trading and stuff like that. Once the pandemic hit, it kind of transferred my focus onto crypto because I didn't know anything about it. And I was doing insurance. I was at home a lot. Everybody's on the phone. So it just a lot of studying and a lot of just testing out things that I didn't know. And
Yep.
I found my way over to Algorand after testing various other products and blockchains. It's just the ease of Algorand, just something about it. It just was something that's like when I tried all these others, it just was like a cut above. So I stayed here. I tried to go other places. I'm invested other places, but nothing like got their hooks into me like Algorand.
Hey, nice, man. Again, I feel the same way because you use some AVAX, you go use some some Soladas. It's
Polygon.
yeah, Polygon is freezing. Some of them are really complicated, and same thing. I invest in other coins as well. Disclaimer, no, I'm playing. But I invest, but it's like Algorand's ease of use. I love that 4 seconds, that transaction finality. It's nice, man. So you out in the Oakland area, right?
Actually, I just moved up to the Central Valley area, out in like Fresno, Bakersfield area.
Oh shit, yo, okay. Yeah, I love Cali though. I used to live
Yeah,
out in Riverside and Mariloma, all in Southern California, and Corona and Norco.
yeah,
Yeah, I love
yeah.
California. My mama live in Sacramento.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
well, Elk Grove actually,
Yeah.
a little closer, a little bit out.
Same thing, but people don't know El Grove. But yeah,
No,
same.
yeah, that's why I say Sacramento. Yeah, well, okay, man. Let's talk about this market. Okay, Algo is like right now. I think at 29 cent. Let me double check. Algo at 29 cent. We got a
Maybe
22,000 Bitcoin. Ethereum touched like 1,200. What's your thoughts?
well, my thoughts is it don't matter to me because if I was 99 years old, I would be heartbroken. But I'm not living for right now. I'm living for what I expect crypto to be, the use cases of what Algorand is going to be. And that's what I think most people don't understand is the now is not relevant.
No.
You look into crypto, what it's going to be, the possibilities. That's why when I tell people about crypto, and it's nice to have some meme coins and things to have fun, but the overall understanding what blockchain is going to be able to do is just transform the whole industry as far as DeFi and the relation to retail investors to actually finance it. It's a game changer once you really take a deep dive into it.
Facts. Like we talking about really changing the financial infrastructure, sending borderless payments, and makes me like think about the partnership with Nigeria, right? Algorand's out there, El Salvador, was it Marshall Island? So these type of things right here, exactly what we need. Because I always like, I be hating my bank.
Yeah,
Even though I'm with a credit union, shout out to the credit unions out there. I think they're a better model, but these slow transfers and always needing our credit scores for all these loans and all that. I'm like, I'm algofied now.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm
The
saying?
DeFi is here. And if you explain it to people like that, like like one of the things that I try to do, I try to get community into crypto, especially the African American community, because I don't
Facts.
want to hear one person say, we were left behind.
Facts. That's what
If
I'm
you
doing too,
get,
bro.
yeah,
Like
if you
all
get
more
in
to
right,
educate.
yeah. So if you get in right now, you're not behind.
Nope. You're actually kind of early.
Yeah,
And if you think about it, right? I really, really got into the market, like diving in, having understanding and investing more into crypto in like winter of 2020, right? So if we look at these prices right now, they are just about back where they were in 2020 almost. Like, I remember I bought some XRP, was like the main crypto. I was like, okay, let me put $500. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling real good about this. And I did it. They caught a case. That's a whole nother situation.
yeah,
But that's where it's at. Like Bitcoin was at 18,000 in December of 2020. Right. And then we got Algorand was, I think, around 10 cent or something like that. So we back there, and I feel like if you are new and you're listening to this, not financial advice, but pay attention because these are the prices. Bear markets is where you build. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
what's your plans in this bear right now?
Everybody loves dollar cost average, and I think that's the safest way to do it. But in this bear market, I'm hugging Yogi. Okay, every one of the things
That's a
that
good one.
one of the things that I kind of anticipated was the down market. So one of the things that I like to do is I like to keep like you know I call it crash money.
Yep.
Crash money is that money that's flat that I use to invest when things go down. And what happens when you invest when things go down, when it comes up, you take your profits and put that money back into a crash file. So what
Facts.
happens that you always take your profits and you have that sitting on the side or into a really safe building mechanism, and then I won't say gamble, but you're investing profits. So
Yep.
your profits always are increasing while you have a safe stability on the side where if something dips down, you have the ability to go into the dip with profit and build up. Everybody understands in market and investing, all you have to do is be able to withstand a bear market because bear markets don't last always, bull markets don't last always, and it's those who can endure those markets are the ones who ends up on top. So that's all
Facts.
we're trying to do is just endure.
Same, man. That's a great breakdown because it is what they call it. Oh, dry powder. Keeping some cash reserve on the side, whether that's in physical dollar bills or fiat, or whether we have it in some type of stable coin, or even in some type of real estate asset like Lofty, you can liquidate and buy that so-called dip. Buy that bear. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And that's exactly what I'm doing. Every week I'm trying to put a little bit money into crypto. I'm building more into my Algorand and Bitcoin position because I really feel that Bitcoin, as the main OG, it still
hmm,
moves the market. Its
yeah,
dominance got bigger, but when I think about altcoin or something that I feel like can have a potential in the long term, it's got to be Algorand. I do own
yeah,
some Ethereum, so you got to have a little bit of
yeah,
the big
yeah.
dogs, but got to have your moon boy.
So being Ethereum, because I'm in Ethereum too, and
Yep.
I'm in Ethereum 2.0 because
Me too. Stuck on
I
Coinbase.
bought the hype.
Yeah.
I'm expecting them to merge
Yeah.
anytime now. But yeah, that's one of the things is everyone tells you to be diversified, and that's a smart strategy. You don't ever want to be in a Terra Luna situation and all that other
Oof.
stuff. But
Oh,
even with the Ethereum and the Celsius thing that's going on now, also where people are locking up liquidity and
oh,
people from
Binance too.
yeah, just this morning. Yeah. And this is what happens when you get a heavy run on crypto where everyone's leveraged and now, you get to the point where they're trying to save, their liquidity because everybody's running on the liquidity is drying up because everybody's panicking and pulling out because the fear is all that people see.
Facts.
So it's just one of those things that no matter what you're getting into, um, don't put in more than you're willing to lose. And I learned that in the beginning of my stocks career when I tried to do options. I lost.
Yep.
I lost bands trying to chase things up. It's just horrible. I was just lost the dog just chasing cars,
Yep.
getting ran over.
Hey man, same with me. Like even like one of my cryptos, right? I'm in some coin and on a different chain. Not gonna mention the coin or the chain, but you know, I riding that thing up. Luckily, I was smart because you talking about taking profit, staking crazy high APYs. But what I was doing was taking profit every day. Every day I was cashing in because I don't know what's going to happen, and my intuitions and my studies led me in the right direction. That thing dropped 95%. Like you know those really crazy altcoins. So
Yeah,
I wrote as I was writing it up. You know the value was going. I put more money in, but I was cashing out, and then boom, it crashed. So I was like, oh, I thank God that I preserved some of this money. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm looking. I put that in Bitcoin, Algorand, and cash, right? I'm putting it in the assets I believe in. And then
yeah,
when we look at, we just brought up Celsius and Binance, like that's why we got a self custody. And like I always tell people that I'm rocking with in coachings or anything like that, just like spread it out a little bit. I got some in my ledger. I got some on the DeFi, AlgoFi. I got, you know, I'll leave a little bit on an exchange just
yeah,
in case, you know, in case something crazy does happen. But I always believe in that self custody. And then
yeah,
Celsius and they're gonna bring people down. It's
yeah.
like it's getting crazy.
But that's what all these factors is making the market just bleed. And that's not even talking about the inflation and the CPI and all the other stuff. It's just going. I tell to be really honest, this whole year is going to be just kind of sucky. We're going to want to break out, but there's too much uncertainty. And one of the reasons that regulations is so important is because institutions love certainty, and that means regulations gives them guidelines. Once regulations come in, institutions start getting in, and that's when things change. Because once institutions start putting their $1 trillion in, then that changed from the stock market to crypto now becoming more of a force in far as depegging from what fiat does. And that's what we're waiting for.
Exactly. Like I really need BlackRock to buy Algorand if you hear me right now. You know what I'm saying? Because that, like you said, that's the way. It's really the key right here. I see too is that as a retail investor, our money is a lot smaller. So it's kind of like try to beat these big institutions in, get your little bag going, and then once they're there, they're pumping it, and they're going to keep the price up. They're going because they have way more money, and they're not looking shorter term; they're more long term. But they got to do their rotations and whatnot. But that gives us the volatility to buy at lower prices, and then you know to shave off some profit. It's like the same thing. You dollar cost average in and you dollar cost average out. I firmly believe in that. If you know don't have I couldn't sell the top. No one could usually sell the top or really buy the bottom. So yeah, I love that. But shout out to BlackRock, Vanguard. I need them to hop in and save us.
You know what though? I think Silvio, I think Algorand, they got a short shrift on their tokenomics at first because I don't think people understood what they're trying to do. I think they're willingly depressing the cost of their coin because they want more people as possible to get in at an affordable point. Because
I keep hearing that rumor too.
if you look at their strategy, if they would have did their tokenomics like a Solana or thing, they would be astronomical because not only the El Salvador play that they have, the koi banks in Nigeria, they did just something else in another country in Bermuda. They have a whole lot of institutional stuff that's already just ready to shit to kind of blast off, and not even to say stuff that they did in Italy. They are an institutional ready product.
Yep, they institutional ready, government ready, and then, but I definitely be hearing about the price suppression.
Yeah,
What I do see is that the supply is about close to 70% being out. So I think that's a good thing because of the like you said, the tokenomics, they originally, like I think Algorand was like almost a $4 coin. Then they had to do a buyback or something crazy happened where the charts looked like it just went straight down. And then it's kind of like recovering in terms
yeah,
of that initial offering. But I think too, I halfway agree with that. I don't think they're suppressing. I just think the way that tokenomics is structured, that we're in this zone where a lot of coins are coming on the table and we can't buy as many as retail investors. But good thing here, what I did see, they was doing the math that there's only, I believe, 1 million people who could have 10,000 Algorand. So that's a good sign. That
Yeah.
means if you can get you 10,000 Algorand and then Algorand does what we want, you're going to have a lot of money in a few years.
After 2030, if
Yeah.
you're looking to do money, have your money in your retirement, hold that algo until then,
Yeah.
because like I said, that's when
Yeah.
it goes
It's,
up.
yeah. Cause then it's like, okay, I think was the S&P finally officially hit the bear, right? Where it's 21% down in I think 2 quarters in a row or something of that nature. So we in the bear officially. Inflation, they haven't made the announcement. We just talked about CPI. We know that shit was like what 8.6 or something.
Yeah.
And then we got the Fed doing a hike was what, tomorrow. They're gonna be hiking interest rates tomorrow.
Yeah.
Amazon crushed. So all we can see is that this is a shakeout.
Yeah.
And this is an opportunity for long-term investors to build their bags, to build their positions. And you know what? I want to bring out another story. Like when I was getting into the market with stocks, you was talking about stocks. What I found out was that what I did wrong was I had too many. I spread myself thin. I'm buying all these solar stocks and energy, and you know what I mean. And I'm buying everything. I had like 50 something stocks in my portfolio. But I learned the lesson was that I needed to consolidate my money, pick three, maybe two or three, maybe four, and then put my money into what I truly, truly believe in to rise. What
Hmm.
you feel about that?
That's kind of what I did. I went more pharmaceuticals because I like, you
They
know,
get their money. Yeah.
COVID was going, and some pharmaceutical company was going to make their money, and I actually did pretty good because I did stick with about three or four, but
Yep.
I just kept risking it all with just crazy options, pushing shorts. Yeah, if you have a mindset to really learn from your mistakes, and this is what I tell people who do stocks and who get in, learn from your mistakes.
Yep.
Don't be afraid of your mistakes. Learn from them, and you'll be able to make money. Because then you'll be able to have consistency in doing what you need to do to kind of build your bag.
Facts, because short term wise, right? I built my long term position, but now I'm learning. Well, I've been learning for a while, but now I'm like, okay, with algos, if I need to, I could do a little short, quick, little long, make my trade a day or two, right? And then same with stocks. I been really studying inverse ETFs and things like that. So when we got what was it on Monday? Yeah, it was Monday when when there was a big dip in the market because of that CPI. I hit an inverse ETF and made a couple percent. So I got in and out. So I'm
Yeah,
trying to, figure these things because right now that like staking doesn't pay that much, dividends are pretty much low, which I love dividends and I love staking. So I'm trying to figure out ways to make more money while we still in this zone while I'm long term investing. And
yeah,
yeah, so just educate myself, but definitely learn from my mistakes of spreading myself way too thin.
yeah. Well, I do like your GameFi because that's one of the things going into just crypto. GameFi is going to be the next step in getting people onboarded because being able to
Facts.
actually earn something while you're playing a game, which everyone's trying to do now, and they're trying to drive everyone into some kind of metaverse or
Yep.
alternate reality where your life is better online than it actually is in real life
I know.
because it's $7 gas.
I was about to say because of gas. Yeah, at least the gas is cheaper in the metaverse, basically. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I like I'm really always talking about Alchemon, but I think Alchemon is gonna be huge.
Yeah,
The NFT and because they pulling the game off. I got the game on my laptop. I'm gonna make another video playing
yeah,
live. But it's like one of them things like GameFi, I agree.
yeah. I got into Alchemon because of you. I was like, yeah, let me try this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's a dope one. Yeah,
yeah.
man, that's dope. All right, hey man. So you want to tell the people where to find you so they can make sure they hop, check you out, what you got going on, and
Oh,
let them know some socials. I know you're on
all
Twitter.
right. So, yeah, on Twitter, In the Divide One. For my podcast, YouTube, also In the Divide. I give out crypto mainly in Algoram, call signal, make that money. We're trying to bring everything together through Algorand. So
Hey.
I didn't know you did music either. So
Oh man, we're gonna talk a little bit after we slide out.
uh,
Yeah, for sure, man. All right, I'm gonna slide you out and do my outro.
all right.
So that's another one, AlgoFam chat, y'all. And I hope you caught some game, caught some jewels. I'm gonna be doing more of these type of things. I want to keep engaging with the community because remember, this is Passive Income Network. We want to network while we creating passive income. You dig what I'm saying? So make sure y'all hit that like button. Tap in with Sam and In the Divide. Tap in with me on Passive Income Network. Add us on Twitter, send a DM, join the Discord, and I appreciate y'all. All right, y'all. Seawill of the Passive Income Network. I am gone. Passive income. Gold in my dental, thank God for my mental. Investor fundamentals, told my girl it was simple. We getting all this money to purchase rentals and get passive income. Passive income, passive income. Gold in my dental, thank God for my mental. Investor fundamentals, told my girl it was simple. We getting all this money to purchase rentals and get